you're the type of person that loves to serve, if you're the kind of person that loves giving back, lending a helping hand, then definitely you want to reach out to me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, question: what exactly is food packing?
Okay.
I mean, I didn't work at a grocery store in my life, but explain what's going on with that.
So I'm glad you asked that question, because oftentimes when we say that we're feeding hungry families, people think of like the long soup lines, soup kitchens, and that we're going to be actually feeding people right then and there on that day. But what our organization does is we actually pack up these nutritious meals, and they're non-perishable, they're minerally and vitamin fortified, and we box them up. And we collaborate with food pantries and organizations so that the food, once it's packed, it goes back into, it stays within the local community, it goes back to the food pantries, and then the food pantries disseminate the food as needed to the families in the community.
All righty, so you'll have a chance to put on your dungarees and your tennis shoes, get some gloves, and kind of move food products around until you get everything packed and boxed appropriately for the various groups that'll get the food.
Well, this is a very organized operation. 50,000 meals, it seems like a very daunting task when you hear that. It's a huge number. But I'm telling you guys, when you come out and volunteer on Saturday, October the 14th, you're going to see that you can tell that our organization has been doing this for a while. Meals of Hope started in 2007. And so that very first year, we actually packed up 1 million meals. And since that time, I think we've just topped over 37 million. So we know how to do this. It's really organized. And when you come in to Milford Mill Academy High School, right in Randallstown, on that day, we'll be in the cafeteria, and you'll see stations, assembly lines set up. And so the way it works is this. We'll be set up. Some people will be scooping let's say if it's an elbow macaroni product as a base. Then you have to weigh it out. Then people be sealing the bags. Other people be setting up the boxes. I mean, so it's a lot of jobs to do, but it's done in an orderly fashion. And if the 200 volunteers come out, as we know they will, we can get this done, pack 50,000 meals in about 3 hours time.
Okay, well, you're good at what you do then, because the numbers still boggle my mind. Ah, my goodness. All right, so a person calls up and they say, Miss Boomy, I want to volunteer. What happens next? Okay.
Well, what I'm going to do is actually put you on my volunteer list, and I'll confirm with you. And in fact, not only will I just confirm that you'll be there, I'm going to send you out a flyer, because we really need to get the word out into the community. So I appreciate you allowing me to be here in the station today. But we want those people who have a heart to serve to take the flyer back and let their churches know, let their civic organizations know. Maybe you're a part of a sorority or fraternity. Maybe you are part of a bike club. We just need to get the word out into the community. And so we need your help, please. So any post you see on Facebook, social media is a great way. You can share it on your wall. And I do have an event page on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook and if you search for Meals of Hope food packing event, you'll see the event there. You can click going. You'll see pictures and videos of previous events and people just sharing how they're excited about it. And just click going, and that'll be a roster to let us know you'll be there to help on the 14th.
All right. People are going to say, well, who is Boomy? Give us a little bit of your background.
All right. So who is Boomy Moore? Boomy Moore is a awesome woman who loves helping people. That's who Boomy is. I try to keep myself surrounded by positive people. I try to always be of value and of service. And I'm the type of person who loves helping and who loves growing. And so I always partner with other like-minded people who like serving, who like inspiring others. And so that is why through a company called O2 Worldwide, you know me from the past, I'm always into wellness, right? Our health is our greatest wealth. So we got to help people to be healthy. And so in sharing that health message, I've been privileged to partner with a company that, as we help people to be healthy in their bodies, maybe there's some people who would never be able to afford a vitamin, never be able to afford a health product. So what we do is we help to feed the people basic need, right? We help to meet them there, and then we even have ways of being able to give free wellness products and supplement products as well. So yeah, we're doing some really cool things in the community.
Okay, and then you've had a chance to sell people hair for their various fashions in hair, and you've sold the vitamins and the minerals, and of course. Many years ago, I was a clown entertainer at your birthday party.
Yeah.
And now you're a grandmom, and I'm starting to feel the arthritis kick in.
I got something for that.
Oh, no. Well, folks, so Bhumi has a good, solid pedigree. I mean, she's about helping people.
Yes.
And she's always been a person oriented to service. So, again, how can they contact you to volunteer for the big food packing event?
All right, guys, get excited about it. Contact me. Call me now, 443-864-9440. Again, that's my direct number. I will answer the phone. You can text me as well, and you can say, hey, I want to serve on that day. I'm going to tell my church about it. I'm a part of a Delta Sigma Theta sorority, the Kappas, the Alphas, whoever. We're calling everybody who's part of the community who loves serving to come on out on October the 14th. We're going to be at Milford Mill Academy High School, and I definitely want to thank the principal there, Geraldine Perry, for opening up the school, because finding a place to do this was actually a challenge. Wow. Even called some churches, and they weren't into it. Okay. They weren't into it, but the principal at Milford Mill Academy said yes, and we coordinated. So we'll be there on the 14th at 10 a.m. And again, my number, 443-864-9440.
All right, when you saw your first food packing event, what was your impression of the operation?
Let me tell you, when you participate in an event like this, the feeling that's in your heart is indescribable. And I've done some other things before, but when you know, and when you're in a room with like 200 other people, and everybody's there for selfless reasons. They don't know these people the food is going to go to. They just want to be of help and of service. It's an experience of joy. It's an experience of connectedness. You know that you're doing good in the world. And like the last event we had in Greensboro, people just were breaking out in song. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And people were joining in and harmonizing because the good energy that's in the room on that day is just really captivating, and so it is it's an experience that I was willing to travel. Actually, I drove 19 hours for my first food packing event. I did. It was that important to me, John, because I'm like, I've got to be there. I'm going to Tennessee. I'm going to make this happen. I took a road trip. Me and my partner, we drove 19 hours. Wow. And so we actually have people coming in from Texas. Erica Hicks is one of our partners. She's flying in from Houston. Chris Myers is coming in from Chicago. We have Percy Moore coming from Alabama. So we have people who are willing to come from other states to help Baltimoreans. Baltimoreans, I am calling on you. Drive your little half an hour, your little 15 minutes or your hour, Northern Virginia, D.C., whatever. Let's come together to help feed hungry kids and families in our DMV area.
All right, now let's put out an appeal to organizations.
Yes.
We've already got a body of volunteers. What do you have to say to the organizations that might be within our hearing?
Well, organizations, let me tell you, organizations have been coming out really in droves. We've had bike clubs, we've had ministries, we've had, like I said, the sororities and fraternities. And speaking of fraternities and sororities.
I might have to join one of those. A
sorority, right? I made up a new word there. They're service organizations. You know, that's what they do. So, and I know if you are a leader in one of those organizations, please find it in your heart to call other centers of influence and let them know, hey, there is a Meals of Hope food packing event that's happening in Randallstown, suburb of Baltimore. On October the 14th, I want our organization to be a part of this. And so it begins at 10. But what I want you to know is if your day is, if you already have something to do at 10, then come at 12. Because people serve for whatever amount of time they can. So 200 people in this room packing up meals, we should be done by 2 o'clock, even cleaning up. But however, people may come in rotation. So if you can come at 10, but you have to leave at 12, no problem. Still come. We need your help. If you can't come until 11:30, the main thing is just to get there.
Wow. And now for those folk who can't attend, but they want to help in some way. Do you have any ideas for them?
Yes, I do. I always have an idea. So what you want to do is you want to give me a call, again, 443-864-9440, because there are several ways that you can help. One is that we have to create awareness about this opportunity on the day. So maybe you would say, hey, I'll post this on my Facebook wall. You'll share it on Twitter. You'll use social media to get it out there. What about churches? Maybe you'll take it and you'll put it on your church community bulletin board. I can, text you the flyer right now, and it can be announced from the pulpit or put on a community board. How else can you help? We actually have people who say, I can't be there, but I like to donate. So people actually donate so that we can, it takes money, right? It takes resources to do something like this. This does not happen for free. So it takes resources, and sometimes people want to donate, and we'll tell them, you want to feed, donate for one meal, feed, 5 families, 6 families, or whatever, and we'll tell them how they can do it for as little as $12.95. They can feed a family of 4.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
I think I've eaten that for that amount of money many times myself.
You didn't feed a whole family on 4.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back with more of Maryland Fun Time with Boomy Moore, she's the Baltimore coordinator for Meals of Hope. And I'm John Carrington, and we'll be back with more of Maryland Fun Time in a moment. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back. All right, this is John Carrington with Maryland Fun Time. And my special guest today is Boomy Moore, and she's the Baltimore coordinator for Meals of Hope. And Boomy, we're talking about resources. You're going to pack up all this food for 50,000 people. Where do you get the food, and who finances all that food?
All right, great question. Well, there is a phenomenal company called O2 Worldwide. And O2 Worldwide is a wellness company. And what they do is they promote the health message to people globally. That is one of my missions, is to teach people how they can live younger, longer. We have so many diseases that are running rampant through our community, from high blood pressure to diabetes, obesity, even in children. I mean, it is just really sad the way that these preventable, avoidable nutritional factor diseases are really running rampant in our community. And so this company, O2 Worldwide, is doing a really good work in the world. And as people become healthier by purchasing their products, they donate to the nonprofit side of Meals of Hope. So with every single bottle, in fact, I have some here. I just finished dousing myself of O2. This is oxygen drops. So I put the oxygen drops under my tongue, in my nose. It does so much to cleanse the liver and cleanse the cells and gives you energy. It does a lot of things. And so as people purchase the wellness products from every single bottle sold, from every single wellness product, they have an energy product called Daybreak. They send money to feed a hungry family. And so O2 Worldwide is not just the kind of company that sends the money, but then at least quarterly, and we're working to do this every month, we meet in a city like we did Kentucky, like Memphis, like Greensboro, and actually now get in the trenches to pack the meals. So we're helping people with the wellness message. They purchase the product. Money goes to the nonprofit of Meals of Hope, and then we actually come into the city, package the meals, and the meals stay there in the local community. Isn't it beautiful?
Well, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, you're going to pack the meals at Milford High School. Mm-hmm. Who's going to transport those meals? And is there an expense associated with transportation of the meals?
All right. Another great question. So now I'm making another call. If you are part of, I'm going to be calling on like the Maryland Food Bank. I'm going to be connecting with Hunger Solutions. But we need organizations that are already in the community to come out on that day and actually pick up the meals. So we're going to have all these meals boxed up. And what we want you all to do is to bring your trucks and bring your vans and your cars and your people. And as we're packing, guess what you can do? You can be boxing it up, taking it, loading up the car, and packing your shelves. So there are schools that have pantries, churches that have pantries, Maryland Food Bank or whatever. And we'll have, this is going to go to feed people in the Baltimore area, for the rest of the year. So it's going to be plenty. 50,000 meals package will be plenty. So come on out. We'd love for your organization to volunteer. But even if you can't volunteer, we want to serve you by supplying your shelves with this food.
All right, so food shelters and people who are working with homeless and people who are in need of meals can come to Milfordville High School, pick up box ready to be taken and put on the food pantry shelf.
Yes.
Give us that address and the date and time for this event again.
All right. So the address to Milford Mill Academy High School is 3800 Washington Avenue. That's Baltimore 21244. 21244, 3800 Washington Avenue. Milford Mill Academy High School will be there that morning in the cafeteria, packing up meals to feed hungry families. 200 volunteers are needed, guys. So please help us to spread the word. I'm going to give my number again, John. 443-864-9440. And let me just clarify, because sometimes people think, well, there are going to be, soup kitchen lines. So we're not feeding people on that day. We're packaging up the meals, and I meant to bring one with me into the studio so you can see. But these are meals, nutritious meals that need to be cooked. They're much more fortified than box meals that you find in the store. So let's say, for instance, our organization, Meals of Hope, we have a beans and rice meal. We have an oatmeal meal. We have a spaghetti kind of sauce, an elbow macaroni meal. So these are meals that have a lot of protein in them. They have a lot of minerals in them, vitamins. It's very nutritious, and they taste good. Okay. So when we started back in 2007, the meals didn't taste as good, and our first shipment actually went to Haiti. But let me tell you the difference, though. It's interesting now that I'm in this service of work. When you feed people in other countries, it's not about the taste. It's about the nutrition, and they just need some food and nutrition.
Right.
But in America, if you have people who are hungry, food insecure, if it doesn't taste good, they're still going to go to sleep hungry.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how we are.
Oh,
if the food is all about our taste buds, we could be hungry, but if it don't taste good, these Americans, they're not eating it. So we had to come up a level and make sure that the food tasted really good, and it does. Mm-hmm. I made some at home for myself. I'm like, wow, this is good. Put a little bit of garlic powder in there. Some
yakami sauce. And,
put a little extra. No, but it really does taste good. So you can feel good if you're part of an organization knowing, okay, not only is it nutritious, but the people are going to like it.
All right.
Yeah, they're definitely going to like it.
This sounds exciting. Okay, now a meal. What would a box of meal with a meal in it consist of? What are you talking about? Powdered milk? Are we talking about dried beans? I mean, what's exactly?
Well, it depends on what the meal is. So we'll do a pasta and spaghetti sauce type of meal. And so it would be the enriched elbow macaroni. Mm-hmm. It would be, we have a protein pack that's in there with extra fortified, good for you protein. We have the tomato sauce pack in there, and everything, all the RDA and all the nutritional requirements and what's in it is well labeled. And so it's I wish I had brought it into the studio, but yeah, it's really, really cool. And one package feeds a family of 6.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
So.
And so now, to feed a family of 6,
mm-hmm.
how much would that particular package weigh as far as physically taking the box to their car? Is there...
Okay, so I think we have about 30 some packages in a box. I mean, I can lift the box.
Right. Okay. All right.
So it's not too heavy. I can lift the box. So in one box is like 180 meals. Because in a package is 6 meals. So what we want people to do, though, we are really making a plea we need your help. We need 200 volunteers on this day, October the 14th. And so when we get the 200 volunteers, a few hours time, man, we will have this done. We'll have the 50,000 meals packed. And then the other significant thing is we're calling on, so Maryland food banks, pantries, any organizations that help to service people in the community. We want to help you. So we're packing the meals to help to provide the meals for you to pack your shelves. So come on out on that day and be a part of just the good feeling of giving back and bringing the community together to feed hungry kids and hungry families.
All right, so if you're a church member, you know that there's a food pantry at your church. You might be the only one listening at this moment and writing down this information. So it's going to be vital for you to get back to your folks this Sunday to prepare for October the 4th when your
14th.
Food pantry, October 14th, so your church can load that food pantry shelf up with some of this good food that's going to be available from Meals of Hope. All right, again, date, time, and location for the Meals of Hope food packing event.
All right, so the date is October the 14th. That is Saturday. We're going to be at Milford Mill Academy High School, 3800 Washington Avenue. That's Baltimore 21244. Principal there, I have to give her props. Geraldine Perry, thank you for making it possible. And again, people say, are you a faith-based organization? We're not a faith-based organization, but we are an organization of faith. Let me put it that way. We're an organization of faith. We believe in truly serving, helping people, doing this good in the world. Started in 2007, and now probably by the end of this year, we'll be at over 38 million meals packaged and counting. So we want to keep doing this more and more and more. The other question that people often have is, can I bring my children? This is a family event. We've had children as little, well, you can see right here on the flyer, right? We've had children as little as 4 years old coming, doing little jobs, to a woman at the last packing event, 103 in a wheelchair.
Wow.
You know, so if you're part of a senior center, come on out, you know, be a part of this day of giving back. If you're still able-bodied and can help other people, come out and help on the 14th. So this is bringing generations of people together. And when you just see, it's a beautiful sight. When you just see the assembly lines and all people, all colors, all creeds, you know, local mosques came out in Greensboro, and mentoring organizations brought their mentoring groups, boys and girls clubs. So we're just telling everybody, if you like serving, then join in with us with Meals of Hope on the 14th.
I suppose there's a family in the neighborhood, and one of the people listening to this radio show say that family needs food, they need help. Could that family go direct to this event, or is that something that you're trying to avoid?
That typically does not happen. If somebody ended up showing up, would we give it to them? Of course we would. But it is not for individuals to come. We really want to pack up the meals and then give it to the organizations who then disseminate it into the community.
That's more cost effective and time-wise as far as saving time.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add at this point?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I just want to thank people in advance. And we have people already who say, hey, I'm coming, I'll be there. I just want to thank people in advance because I really believe when they hear this message and what we're doing, the good we're doing in the world, they're going to say, I want to be a part of that. And so when you're putting together an event like this, you know, you're like, man, I hope people come out and support. I really need those 200. But I'm just claiming by faith that we're going to get that and more. And so please, guys, please share this. Please share the flyer. Call me at 443-864-9440. I'll text you the flyer or email you. Please let your local church know, your spiritual community that you are a part of. Find out if it can be announced from the pulpit. Put it up on community boards. We just really need to get the word out because let me say this. most people listening to this show today, John, they don't have to think, if I open my refrigerator, will anything be in there? Are my kids going to go to bed hungry? But I'm telling you, just because your refrigerator is full doesn't mean that maybe that person, family who goes to school with your child, they may not have that same privilege. And so food insecurity is real. And you oftentimes can't look at people and see whether or not they have a food insecurity problem. So I'm not saying they're homeless or they don't have any food, but food insecurity means people literally have to choose, do I buy food or do I pay for my medicine? And there are so many families that are just one disaster away from maybe being food insecure. One paycheck away from being in that position. They could get a sick child, have to be off of work for a week, and then not have money to buy groceries. So I'm going to get all emotional just thinking about it. But it's so real, guys. So those of us who are in a better position, let us do something. Join together October the 14th to help people who are less fortunate. So
okay, one more time for those details.
443-864-9440. Boomy Moore. Call me like right now. 443-864-9440. And on October the 14th, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. promptly, because we're going to start on time. I'm going to be there hours earlier with some other people helping to set up. And if you want to be part of the setup, let me know that too. But we will convene at Milford Mill Academy High School, 3800 Washington Avenue. Baltimore, Maryland is in that Randallstown area, 21244. Give me a call.
All righty. Well, this is Maryland Fun Time. I'm John Carrington, and my special guest has been Boomy Moore, who is the Baltimore coordinator for Meals of Hope. Volunteers are needed for Meals of Hope packing event. Help us feed 50,000 people in Baltimore. I want to thank Boomy Moore for being a part of Maryland Fun Time, and hey, have a nice day.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, we got it.
Yep. That's a wrap.
Got it. That's a wrap. Yeah, that's a wrap. It looks good, too.
Thank you.
Looks good.
I appreciate you for helping us to get the word spread out about this.
Well, you were diligent. You know, you called up. You said, I'm flying to the Bahamas or somewhere.
Panama.
Panama. Check out the canal. Make sure it's still open. Okay, I appreciate you, girl. If it wasn't for that Panama Canal, we'd have to spend extra money for stuff coming around.
Oh, I know it.
Horn of South America there, yeah.
All right, let me show this flyer one more time. All right, guys, get one of these in your hand.
This is John Carrington from Maryland Fun Time. We want you to use your free time to volunteer for worthy causes. In fact, I'm holding a flyer that says, volunteers needed for Meals of Hope packing event. Help us feed 50,000 in Baltimore. Feed 50,000 in Baltimore, and they need volunteers. Well, what do you know? My special guest today is Boomy Moore, and she is the Baltimore coordinator for Meals of Hope. Hello, Boomy Moore. How you doing? All right, it's a pleasure to have you here. All right, question for you. How did you get involved in feeding 50,000 people?
Well, I love helping.
You were in and out of the microphone.
Oh, okay.
In my nature,